What's up everybody, my name is JustJarrod and welcome back to another No Man's Sky video. This video is going to be the first video of a new series that I'm doing called the Just Think series. Now what this series is going to be about, it's going to be about me talking like I usually do about No Man's Sky, also like I usually do, but I'm going to be talking about certain ideas surrounding No Man's Sky. Not necessarily certain things in No Man's Sky, like I've done videos on ships, I've done videos on just multiplayer in No Man's Sky. These are going to be more idea based around No Man's Sky. I hope you guys like it. This is the first one, so let's do it. Now before I get into actually what I'm going to talk about, I want to say at first, when I'm usually talking to somebody about No Man's Sky, or somebody who hasn't heard a lot about No Man's Sky, I mention to them, usually the first thing I mention is the fact that there's 18 quintillion planets, or over 18 quintillion planets in the game. And their reaction is either one of two things. They usually freak out and they're like, whoa, that's so cool. But they don't like truthfully understand, how many that is. And then another thing is they kind of just bypass it as if it's not a large number because they just don't know. That's the common aspect there is nobody really understands how large a number 18 quintillion actually is. So I'm here to show you guys how astronomically huge this number is. Okay, so I've got some examples here. So we're going to jump right into that. Early warning, there is maths up ahead. We're going to be talking about math a lot. Now, I'm not good at math. I actually dropped out of calculus in college. We're not going to talk about that. But I did a little math here and there, looked up some stuff on the internet, so I've got some stuff for you guys, and it's super interesting. Alright, so here we go. Now, as you guys may or may not know, there are 18 quintillion, 446 quadrillion, 744 trillion, 73 billion, 709 million, 551,616 planets in No Man's Sky. And yes, I did memorize that number. I totally didn't just read it off the sheet of paper I had in front of my face. So take that. Alright, so quintillion. Okay, quintillion is used only to measure the number of grains of sand and the total number of insects on the Earth. Okay, so grains of sand and total insects. Now to give you a smaller number first. All right, before I go into that, there are only 5,000 visible stars to the naked eye that you can see. Okay, so if you look up into the sky, see all these stars up there, right? Looks awesome, looks beautiful, but there is only 5,000 you can see all around the Earth with the naked eye. Only 5,000. So if you put that into retrospect, when you look at the galactic map in No Man's Sky, it's unbelievable. There are definitely more than 5,000 in the galactic map. All right. Now in the galactic map, it's not stars. Well, they are stars, but they're solar systems. There's a bunch of different stuff. We're not getting into that. All right, moving on. So quintillion, used to measure grains of sand, and also used to measure the total number of insects. Total number of insects on Earth. Okay. Now, there are 18 quintillion planets in No Man's Sky. Planet-sized planets, alright? There are roughly 7 quintillion grains of sand, single grains of sand, on Earth, okay? That is less than half of the amount of planets, planet-sized planets, in No Man's Sky, okay? Which is just crazy, mind-blowing. This whole game is mind-blowing. I'm going to say mind-blowing a lot, especially in this video. Now, at any given time, there is approximately 10 quintillion insects alive at one time on Earth. Okay, and that's a little over half of the planets of No Man's Sky. Right? There are more planets in No Man's Sky than there are living insects on Earth right now. Okay? What the hell? I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, anyways. Now, when this game was announced, people said, when they found out about the scale of the game, people said it would take over 1 billion years for one player to see every planet for 1 single second, which is true. But, now all this math I didn't do myself, so don't take that into account. Some of it I got off of Kotaku's website, but some of it I did do myself, and we'll get to that later. 1 second, if you were to visit every planet for 1 second, just you, it would still take you over 5 billion years, okay? But that was a little off. Okay, Kotaku did some numbers, did some calculating over on their website a while ago, and this is what they came up with, alright? It would take you over 500 billion years for one single player to visit every planet or see every planet for 1 second, okay? Over 500 billion years for one single player to visit every planet 1 second, all right? That's a long time, obviously. Okay, so I did some math of my own, all right? Now, that 500 billion years is 42 times the age of our universe. Okay, 42 times the age of our universe. Nobody's going to ever see every planet. We're just going to get to that. That's obvious. Now, I did some math myself, alright? If we took every human on Earth, every mother, every child, every newborn baby, strapped them to a chair, okay, that's 7.4 billion people. We strapped them to a chair and forced them to play No Man's Sky. It would still take 67.5 years for us to collectively see every planet for 1 second, okay? If we took every person on Earth, put them in a chair, forced them to play No Man's Sky, it would still take 67.5 years. I would be 90 years old. Every planet would finally be discovered. You know, my YouTube channel will be complete. I won't be doing YouTube at 90. I'm just going to say that right now. And we're not going to find every planet in No Man's Sky. That's obvious. We're going to get into some huge numbers right here, alright? This is going to be massive numbers. I did all this math going on from here myself, and, you know, it took a lot of Google searching. I will admit, I did Google search quite a bit. Also took a little bit, admittedly, a little bit of frustration. But I was determined, so here we go. If you take all of the planets in No Man's Sky and you assume that they are the exact size of Earth, okay, in diameter, the exact size of Earth, which is about 8,000 miles, okay, if you take every planet, 18 quintillion planets, and you assume they are the exact size of Earth in diameter, and you line them up side by side, right next to each other, okay, they would stretch across 24 billion light years. Okay, 24 billion light years. Now, light years, hopefully you know that's not time, that's distance. It's a really long distance. Okay, it's huge. Astronomical, alright. All No Man's Sky planets, all Earth size. Now, they could be larger, they could be smaller, but if we just assume they're Earth size, line them all up and stretch them across, they would cover 24 billion light years. To me, that's just wow. Like, you can't say anything. That's wow, okay? To put 24 billion light years into perspective, that is over half of the distance of our in real life observable universe, okay? Over half the distance of our in real life observable universe. And this is all in a video game, alright? A video game. I just got the chills, like literally. And remember, this distance is excluding all the space in between planets, all the solar systems, the space stations, all the stuff you can do in the game. It's excluding the actual surface area of each planet, which, if the planet is Earth-sized, is 500 million square meters, but that's besides the point. This is excluding all that. This is just taking the diameter of every single planet in No Man's Sky if it was the same size as Earth, and it would cover over half of our in real life observable universe, all on your TV screen. Now, we know you will never discover every planet. We know that'll never happen. Articles say that only 0.1% of the game, or 0.01% of the game, will ever be discovered. Great. It doesn't matter to me, because everything's going to be infinite anyways. But that is just mind-blowing, and that is why this game, if you don't think there's enough to do in it, which, you know, it's your opinion, everybody has their own opinion, you cannot say that this is not a technical just advancement in video games. If you just take the scale of the game and think about it for a couple minutes, it just blows your mind. It really does. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is my first Just Think video. There will be more coming up. I have more ideas. I'm super excited. I actually loved doing the math for this. Like, I hated math in college, you know, but I'll do math for No Man's Sky because I'm passionate, man. Passion. It's passion when you do math for a video game, okay? It really is. Anyways guys, this brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for anything and everything No Man's Sky. Make sure to check out my last video, which was on communities, PlayStation communities, about No Man's Sky. That will be linked in the outro. Also, if anyone is interested in joining up with some awesome No Man's Sky PlayStation communities, make sure you check out Outer Edge and the official Atlas. I'm a part of both of those and they love to talk about No Man's Sky, so look them up. But that's it for me. My name has been JustJarrod, aka the No Man's Sky guy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.